Today on Cellie Talks, we're going to cover your personal brand, why your personal brand is important to your business, even if you're not an affiliate marketer. Even if you have a traditional brick and mortar business, your personal brand is everything in this social media world that we live in. That's coming up. Hey guys, so today I'm covering the personal brand because, you know, as I said in the intro, we live in a social world. We live in a social media world, and we live in a world where people get access to the things you say, the things you post instantly. And it's interesting what the things that you post say about you, what the things that you post say about what you're thinking of, what you're meditating on. You know, I've been stressing the importance of becoming a content creator. I think it's uber important, especially if you are a business person, especially if you're an affiliate marketer or a network marketer. You should be making regular content, trainings and webinars and all kinds of stuff. But even if you're not doing that yet, you at least should be curating some positive content, some constructive content. You know, I've been to people's walls, and you know, you just meet them, they make a friend request, and you scroll their wall, and you feel like it knocked an IQ point off you. You know, it's like, it's one thing to have some funny stuff and some shocking stuff. You know, I do that too. We all do. We all want to laugh. We all want to get a rise out of people. But it's another thing to see like post after post of just like nothing of value at all for like months and months. And the funny thing is, I think that if you look at the people that aren't posting any value whatsoever, you're going to find that they're struggling financially, especially if they're affiliate marketers or network marketers. But even if they're traditional business people, because I always say you get out what you put in. So if you're not putting good stuff in, you're not going to get good stuff out. And the more good that you take in, the more good that you're capable of putting out into the world. So if I'm meditating on a book that I think is amazing, I share it. Or if I'm listening to a training and I get some nuggets of wisdom from it, maybe I make a quote, or maybe I do a talk on it. And so you can tell the people that aren't doing any personal development or personal work because their walls reflect that. You know, their walls are the evidence that they're really not mindful of what they put into their head. And we live in a society that is just bombarding us. It's like society, the media of society is hurling dog poop at us. You know, and we're getting muddy with all of this crap, like Kim Kardashian's butt got bigger, or Britney Spears has a headache, or, you know, a bunch of stuff that nobody cares about. And all of these media outlets and magazines and podcasts and updates, status updates, and you've got all this stuff hitting you, vying for your attention. And we've got to be so mindful of what we put our focus on, what we put our attention to. And if your wall is littered with crap, that's just evidence that you're not very mindful of what you consume with your eyes and with your ears.
SpongeBob, just 2 drops of that stuff could...
Got it, 2 drops.
So I want to encourage you that whether you realize you have a brand, and I've talked about this before, and I feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I also feel like it needs to be said. Whether you realize or whether you're cognizant of your personal brand, you have one whether you realize it or not. And your brand is the impression people get when they look at your content. Your brand is the impression people get and how people feel when they scroll your wall or when they look at the stuff that you're posting. Are they attracted to that? Do they feel uplifted by that? Do you encourage people? Are you an exhorter? Or are you just another one of these bobbleheads that are putting out all of this crap that is like cotton candy? You know, it's like sitting down and opening the top of your skull and pouring syrup onto your brain. There's no nutrition to the content that people are posting, and it really boggles my mind. It boggles my mind because you have a choice. You know, there are so many places we can go in 2016 and beyond to get valuable content. You can go to TED Talks. There's all kinds of personal development coaches that are putting free value out every single day. None of us have an excuse to fill our mind with garbage. If we're filling our mind with garbage, it's basically because we just don't care. We're just not, what's the word? Conscientious enough to care about what we're putting into our head. So your personal brand is everything. If you want to further your reach, if you want to gain more followers, if you want to increase your tribe, if you want to be a person of influence, You've got to be putting stuff out that helps people, that people find valuable, that people get an aha moment from. And the only way you can do that, I'm paranoid about my camera, is to be studying and taking that stuff in. You should be fasting all types of media that have no value as far as causing you to grow and causing you to become better at your craft. You should not be binge watching Game of Thrones.
Dracarys.
If you need entertainment because your life is so crap, then make more money so you don't need a break from your life. Make so much money that you've got the money and the time freedom that you don't need a break in the action. And instead of entertainment, go for recreation. And I said this before too, but I'm going to repeat myself again. Entertainment, the word entertainment means to detain from entering. Entertainment takes you out of the zone. Entertainment takes you out of your focus. It takes you out of your callings, and it sidetracks you. And it basically detains you from entering. And what does it detain you from entering? It detains you from entering into your mission. It detains you from entering into hearing the voice of God. It's a distraction. It's noise. It's static. Now the difference is recreation is where you recreate. It's where you actually get in the game and do something. You know, I'm recreating right now. There are some people that I aspire to be as good as them when it comes to personal development. So instead of just sitting back and taking in entertainment, I'm recreating. Now, of course, I'm not as good as them. But if I keep doing this stuff, one day I will be. And that's the difference between entertainment and recreation. Recreation is so much more positive and so much more fulfilling. And the biggest reason is because when you're involved in recreation, it's causing you to get better. Just like iron sharpens iron. You get better the more you recreate, the more you hone your craft, the more you work on your brand, the more good stuff that you put in, the better you get. Your mind is like a CD. If there's a loop in your head that's taking you out of the game, you can change the CD. Feelings and emotions are fleeting, and you can change the way you feel about something. You can will yourself into being in a better mood. You can decide to be happy. And when you start being a person of influence, you are going to see people getting aligned with your vision. When you start filling your head with good stuff and putting that good content out there, people are going to start flocking to you, and your tribe is going to grow. And it's interesting that the income, the money, is a byproduct of you becoming a better you. And the world needs to hear your voice. The world needs to hear your experiences, your insights. There's nobody on planet Earth like you. You're the only person that processes things the way you do. God made you 1,000% unique. When you don't share your insights, your thoughts, and your experiences, the world loses, because people need to benefit from your hardships. People need to benefit from your trials. People need to benefit from the things that you've been through and the hurdles that you've made it over and the obstacles that you've overcome. So become a content creator and be cognizant that you have a brand, whether you realize it or not. And when you start thinking about your brand, when you start thinking about your social brand, your social profiles, what you're putting out and what you're taking in, it's really going to make a difference to your bottom line. And as social marketers, I call myself a social media marketer, man, I better be serious about what I'm putting out there. I better be serious about making relationships. You know, I'm in an industry that is based on relationships. And if I'm not relational, then I'm not going to be making much money when it comes to social media and social media marketing. So get relational. Mix it up with people. Reach out to people that you're connected to that you haven't spoken to yet, and make a conversation with somebody new every single day. You'll be blown away. You know, we used to say that it's 6 degrees of separation. But it's really not 6 degrees of separation anymore because of social media, because everyone's interconnected. It's more like 3 degrees of separation. You are 3 degrees away from nearly anybody that you want to meet, anybody that you want to take a meeting with, anybody that you want to emulate, anybody that you want to get into their circle. You're 3 degrees of separation away right now. And when you start using social media to make connections, right? Because a lot of people say Facebook is more like brag book. And we're so focused on looking a certain way on social media. And when I talk about your brand, I don't mean that you want to be disingenuous and that you want to look like a person of influence. You want to be real. You want to share your heart. You want to be honest. You want to point people in the right direction towards information that you found that helped you. That said, You are 3 degrees of separation from anyone that you want to connect with. You're 3 degrees of separation, and you're even less degrees of separation from making the kind of income that you want and having the time freedom you want if you'll just start being a person of influence, being conscientious, reaching out to people, making conversations, sharing valuable content, making content, doing webinars, making posts that uplift people, and commenting on other people's stuff, and have fun doing it. It's not supposed to be work. The whole point of social media marketing is that it's social, and being social is making friends, and making friends is fun. So that's my 2 cents today. I hope you got value from this. By all means, leave some comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel if you're getting value from what I'm putting out. And let me encourage you, if you're in any kind of marketing, affiliate marketing or network marketing, go to tomcellie.me/subscribe and get my free audio. 30 sources to get leads today. It's absolutely free. You just got to give me your email address and your first name. And I hope you're going to love the value that I'm putting out. So that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, this is Tom Cellie saying live well, love well, and God bless.